Hello, chat. I honestly don't think we're gonna get more than 10 floors out of me today, because as I said on the Discord, I've been in Texas all weekend and just got home. So I am understandably tired and don't know how much patience I have for this, so we'll see. We'll see, chat. What am I looking for? This. Make sure I got everything in here that is useless. I don't even know why I have it on me. I can't use it in there. Make sure I've got everything. Yeah, because I don't have normal potions anymore, and I haven't for a long, long time. Who is in my party? Philia, Tia, and Moon. I don't want to ditch anybody because I've been trying to level them up again. Right, because last week we spent a lot of time leveling up people and getting them equipment. And I wanted to do this Enigma order off stream, but that did not happen. Where were we on that? Equipped a legendary weapon and just parry 150 plus enemy attack. So that one will probably actually happen while we're in there. I tend to parry when I can. I'm zoning out. Sorry, chat. I am omega tired. We got a couple more paragons in the cube as well. I should really take another dude with me. Like Klein. Or Yugio. We are almost to floor 600. And then I kind of want to go back to floor 100 and get the better elucidator skill. Because as it was pointed out to me last week, I do not have the better elucidator drop. Oh my goodness, you horrible, horrible butterfly. Yes, aggro me. Do it. So I can murder you. Say what you will about my damage being low, you'll be hard-pressed to find anybody who knows the exact frames for... I keep trying to open my map like a doofus, knows the exact frames for SSCing quite like I do. I'm targeting a butterfly, aren't I? I sure am. Dang it, Moon, I missed the outlaw. I was hoping that would hit him, but... See, every other monster like you has your hitboxes still down here, except for you. And that's what makes you annoying. That you aggro from a country mile away. Oh, that was quick. Alright, how about we focus on Corridor Gate today? Maybe we can stuff out a couple more floors if I'm not trying to level up and murder everything. Why have I not switched those back yet? Found it. Now, is that going to be around this corner, or am I going to have to go back the other way? I don't think we're going to get a ton of people today, because, once again, I got a lack of quality options. Kill it before it raises in the air. This is trapped. Yep. It's like, I know I passed that. It's not gonna be this because it's locked obviously behind that, and those are always charms. If we're lucky, it'll be right by the gate. Nope. Alright, I saw a chest a good bit back. When there was a split in the floors. He's gonna be close enough that we're gonna have to kill him. Come here, stupid. Come on. What floor are you sitting at? This is 6, also sup True Blue. This is 6, 561, 62, 562. 562. You horrible butterfly. Whew, how was your day, True Blue? Trapped chest, trapped chest. This is gonna be one of those floors with nothing but butterflies. Like, not floors, but like 10 floor groups, isn't it? I've had better. Ugh. Mine wasn't bad, just exhausting. Airports. Ow! You got that attack out? Yeah, I was not getting out of that one. There was no way to dodge. That one hit me too, huh? I'm not on my game. But at least I've got a buddy at a GS. That might help me get a PS5. Nice! I think you were telling me about that earlier. Refresh my memory. Walking Bangle. There we go. Oh, did that already cool down? Sure didn't. Not map. That does me literally nothing. I want item. Philia. Also Philia. And she's got SP Drain. It's never gonna get used otherwise. Here you go. Okay, we've got Corridor Gate Key already. If the store manager isn't around, then he'll hold one until I show up. As slim as that is. Well, as I've been saying for the past 2 weeks now, good luck. I really don't want to be the only one between the two of us to have this thing. I haven't parried a single thing, despite what I said at the start of this stream. I need to parry something. But none of these are the right type of enemy for that. I mean, they can be parried, but I just don't want to sit around and wait for them to do the easy parry moves. Give me a tenant. Literally anything. Well, I guess asking you shall receive. Oops, he's dead. Oh, goody. I just used some of those. Boop, 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 boop. Trapped? Trapped. Well, phooey. Well, I made an announcement on the Discord, and I brought it up earlier, True Blue, but we got a couple more of the Paragon weapons in the cube. Specifically, the Rapier. I think it's called Acceleration Nova. The Hammer. Gaia Shake, I think? And then the one you'd be interested in, which is Valhalla's Conquest, which is the two-handed sword. Big ol' great sword. Looks like a giant gaping jaw of death. That was early. Ow. Well, there goes all my speed boosts. Bye, speed potion. Why do you guys get hit by that? And I still need to get all my muscle memory back because I'm missing SSCs with the dual sense that I would not be missing with my dual shock. Get down here, you horrible, horrible things. Come here. Good job, Tia. Sounds pretty swank. I should be hopping back on I Binge Season 3. I'm on Episode 6 of Underworld Part 1. Did you go backwards? No, you're War on Underworld Part 1. Okay, no, you did not go backwards. My dude. My dude, hurry up. I'm gonna have to re-binge all of that at this point myself, probably. I went this way. Yep. Oh, bye, Tia. Did she just... Huh, that was funky. So is it this way I haven't gone? Boop. Oh, I got him? I thought that missed. Ha! Boop. Hopefully I have the PS5 by then. Yeah. Get key! Ugh, I'm also kind of bummed because we were like, they bumped up the cube timer again. Luckily not by a whole 90 days again, but it's at 37, meaning it probably happened a couple days ago and they probably bumped it to 40. And had just under 2 weeks finally, and I was like, I'm so ready for something that's not that Sword Punk Online. I don't really care for any of those outfits. I got everything I wanted. But I have an inkling they're gonna bump up that timer again and drop a couple more Paragons before they move on from Sword Punk Online. Oh my goodness, where? That's the entrance. My only problem with dashing around floors like this is while it technically is faster, if you're not paying 100% attention, which I'm not, you guys should know my feelings on this dungeon by now. You're gonna get lost way easier than if you were just walking. Turn around, doofus. There we go. Did you think tickets will carry over between different polls? They better. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. I can't imagine them not. There's literally no reason for them not to. Like, maybe if this was something like an EA title, but the ticket system already for a gacha is incredibly honest. So I don't think they'd cheap out like that. They'll probably, I'm convinced they'll carry over. All the posts I've made in our group chat hasn't said that. With these things. Oh, neat. I have SP Drain again. Let's get rid of that. Sorry, Tia, I would hold on a moment, but he's dead. Because then there's Chunky. He's dead. I must have dashed more times above the ground than I thought I did, because there is no way the SP Drain should have been able to deplete that much of my SP already. Let's see. Dead end. Behold. Oh. Let's not do that. Oh. Ugh. Plane ride. It's funny to me how much I wanted that vacation, and now I'm just so glad I'm home. Still had fun, but ugh. Ugh, I just hear this goosh from the enemy down there. Corridor gate key, okay. Now where is the corridor gate? Where is it? Tell me. For I am Wizro, the Dark Wizard. Oh, I haven't done that voice in forever. I can't do that one quietly, it might spike the mic. Do I care? Kind of, but I also really want to get through these floors today, so we ignoring you. Ah, perfect. This one we'll get, why not? Well, that was actually a lot of chests. Philia, my girl, how bad did you get hit by that SP Drain? You have nearly 3,000 SP and it ate all of it? I'm never gonna use these on me. Moon got hit pretty bad too. What do you think of the Age of Calamity? We talked about it a little bit. Are you ready? Are you prepared for spoilers at this moment? That is the question. Let me ask that before I do anything else. Just added Urbosa to my party. Well, you can do those in any order, so who else do you have? Who else is in your party? I don't like how that Reaper was front and center. That's a mimic. Daruk. So you haven't done Rivali yet. Do Rivali next. He has, like, one of my favorite levels because of how, I'm sure you've noticed, they've been leitmotifing the champions' themes in those levels. Oh boy, Rivali's theme is, like, top tier. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I briefly said it because it's kind of hinted at, but I won't go into anything else about it other than I'm still mad a little bit that they took the alternate timeline route. That still upsets me. I myself personally am a very, very big... Watch Nick show up in here 30 minutes later and I have this entire conversation all over again. Just saying. Anyway, Zelda lore is like my favorite thing. And I had a discussion with another buddy of him saying that it doesn't matter because of the way Breath of the Wild sort of situated itself outside of the rest of canon. And yes and no. But Breath of the Wild itself does have a lot of lore outside. For just that one game has so much lore, it's absurd. And there's so much in the Making of a Champion book, specifically for Breath of the Wild, that has background information and things that I was hoping to see, such as we know this Link's father was a knight. He apparently has a sister. That was briefly... the page was omitted from the American version of the book for some stupid reason, but Link does... it is implied he has a sister in the book. So I was hoping to see things like that. And the biggest one that kind of bummed me, that was a light retcon, is this Link has already pulled the Master Sword once. But they're constantly going in this game, we need to find the knight that can seal the darkness. And it's like, you know you have the knight that seals the darkness. It released in the proper timeline because he pulled the sword as a child and supposedly was made to put it back. That is not explained in Making of a Champion, but we know he pulled the sword as a boy, long before he became Zelda's knight. So it's something they know he's already the reincarnation of the hero. So that, I was really hoping for them to explore that. But again, alternate timeline. So everything in the game, before I even talk about the gameplay, because it's like two sides of the same coin, and two polar opposites on my opinions of it. Story-wise, it was really good. If you ignore the obvious alternate timeline stuff for Breath of the Wild, this is one of the better Zelda stories. If we're talking just traditionally, we must stop Ganon. Unfortunately, you really can't not look at it for one specific thing, which I won't say here. All I'll say is it involves champions and the original timeline. Could this potentially be another stem, kind of like OOT? I freaking hope not, and I doubt it as well, because Aonuma just said in an interview this week that Hyrule Warriors is not something they plan to make continuously. Apparently, just the fact that we have two of them, two Hyrule Warriors games, was completely unlikely. So I'm not expecting another Hyrule Warriors game or anything in this timeline anytime soon. Because the big thing about this game, it's going to have practically no effect on Breath of the Wild 2 at all. Not at all. Which is my problem with it. Is because they advertised it as the war we didn't see, and that's what I expected. But the moment they did not even just at the very start with, I can't say the robot's name because that's kind of a spoiler, but with the little egg guardian, not even just the time travel shenanigans at the start. There's another time travel thing like halfway through the game that is the only way it could possibly affect Breath of the Wild 2, but it won't affect its plot any more than, oh, these characters know about an alternate timeline. And they might reference it, but that's as far as it's going to go. It's not going to have an effect on it whatsoever. So, before I continuously talk myself in circles, the main reason I'm so disappointed is because this game, I wanted it to show me these scenes, Link's memories and things from Breath of the Wild in their proper context. I wanted to see, you know, Zelda much more slowly warm up to Link over the course of a game with those scenes we're familiar with in their proper context outside of just one or two cutscenes without said context. Or even just, you know what I mean? Like watching, and we do get some of what I wanted, like watching Link and Daruk just pig out, golden. Absolute golden. Watching just Revali get put in his place by Urbosa over and over, absolutely magical. Just everything about it, in that regard, was spot on. But from the start, Link and Zelda have a much more friendly relationship. There is no inferiority complex, or at least to the same extent as in the main timeline. We don't get to see her come over that in the exact same way. And I feel these versions of these characters are a little bit weaker because of it. And that blows, because I was really hoping for this to make me have a much bigger appreciation of these characters going into Breath of the Wild 2. But, outside of plot, gameplay-wise, it's freaking perfect. Like, oh my goodness. At least almost perfect. There's one combo I've already found that you can loop, like... I don't know about all of the other characters. I know Link has one combo in particular that can force a weak point gauge to show up and stagger an enemy. And on most enemies in the game, including the Blight Ganons, and even the final boss itself, if you can position yourself right, you can loop and force into the same stupid pattern and just take them out with literally no effort whatsoever. The final boss is actually kind of hard to do. That level kicked my butt. It's the only time I died in the entire game, was on the final boss's final phase. But, even if I only died once, I came close, like a lot. There were genuine moments where I didn't know if I was going to beat a mission or everything. And just all the gameplay between every character's unique actions, the aerial combos, using the glider out of an aerial combo to move very quickly into another horde of enemies. The wands were the only part I was a little about, because every single map has areas where you can refill them, and but I feel like they could have spread those a little bit more abundantly. But and just there's nothing quite as satisfying. I enjoyed this on more so than I thought I would from the initial demo. The only character I really don't like playing is Zelda in either of her playstyles, but to be fair, I haven't put as much time into her as I have people like Daruk, Urbosa, Mipha, obviously Link. But, and like, I like the dynamic and how you can, the different ways you can use the Sheikah Slate as well. Like, bombs you can just kind of use without thinking. They're just kind of a... I have a key and I'm looking for this corridor before I get too distracted. There it is. But even outside of very specific and obvious advantageous situations, there's never really a wrong answer. Like, you could save your Sheikah Slate to see for, like, the one specific weakness trigger that it has that can force it. Or if you manage to just off-chance catch that weak point gauge, hit him with stasis, and you have even more time to hit that weak point. It's just, you know, you have a ton of tools, and it asks you how you want to use them, and I love that. But everything from the fluidity of the Flurry Rush and how it works and everything, just... Oh, I had such a good time with this game, and I'm not done, obviously. I do plan to do most, if not all, of the side missions. But in terms of, and even then, I know I complain about, like, it not meeting my expectations, and that's only because they advertised it as such, and it's not what they advertised. No matter how you slice it, it's not the Calamity we wanted to see. The Sheikah Slate is used brilliantly here. It encourages you to add it into combos instead of just spamming bombs. Yes, there's so many different ways. Like, oh, it's a lot of fun. And, like, certain characters don't have quick ways into aerial combos, like Urbosa. Urbosa doesn't really have very quick ways into any aerial combos, I don't think, at least. She's one of the ones I've played a little bit less. And you can use, like, Cryonis and just double tap next to it, and boom, you've got your aerial combos. And there's so many things that they did so very right, man. Oh, I'm very, very pleased with the product as a whole. I'm just still going to be very salty, plot-wise, for probably a few months. I don't know, to me it just feels like Nintendo did their Nintendo thing, where they misunderstood what fans wanted. Because I know this happened because they're like, well, fans wanted to see more of the champions, right? Well, let's give them more of the champions. Well, how do we do that? They're dead. They could not be dead. And it's like, no, You can still show them die. It's just there's so much context before they die that, oh gosh, that we wanted to see. That's what we wanted. Not necessarily another timeline, just the context we didn't get. Bosa is a very ground-focused combat. Yeah, she's ground-focused and kind of combo locking. Because if you know exactly, like flurry rushing and stuff is the fastest way to get her little electricity gauge back up. So if you're really good at spot dodging and getting the flurry rush out and knowing how to get, oh, confusion too, really? And knowing how to get your supers and everything, that gauge will practically be always full and you can just spam that level 2 combo. Nintendo serves their fans all the time. I mean, Smash Brothers Ultimate, even if, as a recent example, obviously Steve isn't everybody's thing, but that's fan-pleasing. King K. Rool, Ridley, all of those are huge, huge fan-pleasing things. Nintendo does it quite often. Things like Cadence of Hyrule, an entire Zelda game made by an indie thing that's just a giant love letter. Even if they didn't develop it, they still had to approve the original Hyrule Warriors contents, and that is a giant love letter. Nintendo listens. They really do. The problem is the execution isn't exactly correct when they want to please the fans. Yeah, I could argue that too. But to reiterate what I just said, I do believe Nintendo listens. But the problem is the execution upon that listening isn't always right. It isn't what they should do. You know, like, I don't know how to describe it. Ow. Stop that. Okay, I need to get my focus back on the floors. Oh, keys. Alright, so we've been here. That's a trap chest. You're a butterfly. I'm gonna murder you. Ow. Do it again. And again, one of the things, on a similar note, that from my perspective, that I don't think a lot of people are talking about, because there's so many people who are just suddenly like, why is Nintendo not communicating and everything? It's, not Sugiyama, what's the family that owns Nintendo? I'm brain farting on their names. Yamauchi, whatever, something. Basically, the Nintendo that most of us in our generation, True Blue, grew up with, a lot of that was while Satoru Iwata was president. And he did something that Nintendo was just not known for. He was constantly having interviews. He was, you know, he's the one who incorporated the Nintendo Direct and everything, just constantly talking. He established Iwata Asks and all of that. Everything that version of Nintendo is disappeared when Iwata passed away. All of it. It went back to how the Yamauchis kind of run Nintendo, with very little communication unless absolutely necessary. And that kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I got that. Little slow on the draw there, buddy. But, oh, man. I don't know. I think they're... Yeah, I have had the key this entire time like a dummy. Really? Identity-wise, for what they stand for, they're still pretty much intact, but it's just how they handle all of that. Just went back, and that kind of sucks. I was hoping for a parry on that. Yeah, okay. That one I could have gotten the parry, but I would have tried to activate the chest, so I tried to back away, and then I got smacked in the face. Helm of Composure. Philia, I'd ask how you're half dead again, but I already know. You're 200 levels behind everybody else. But, let's see. Is there anything else on that topic? Oh, also, yeah, word of advice. If you're not crazy above the recommended level for the final level. Oh. Shrewd, starting with the we. More shrewd? I don't understand your usage of the word shrewd in this instance. I guess if you're meaning it in a tactical sense, I suppose, but... And then they kind of, again, went back when the Yamaguchis took back over. But, yeah, the only thing I'll tell you, Tristan, or True Blue, on that last thing for Age of Calamity, I suppose, while I'm still on that topic. Bring Mifa as one of the characters you have with you to that final level if you're not, like, crazy above the recommended level. Because her like, special attack will heal nearby allies, and oh boy, I ran out of healing items very quickly in that final stage. Because some of those boss fights get crazy intense. And since you can issue commands, have her just stay by whoever you're controlling mainly. Boop. All the death. Alright, let's get that focus back on those keys. Instead of Zelda. Oh, he didn't die. Nope, okay. Just dash mode. Let's go. Oh, come on. I was not that high in the air. Screw you. That's a trapped chest? Yes, sir. I don't think I've seen very many chests this entire floor, man. There we go. Still not as bad as the scimitar and dagger dashes. Well, that's because those aren't dashes. Those are hops. They be hopping. I forget, does it still hop when you put your weapon away? It's been so long since I equipped those. I love some of those sword skills, though, especially on the scimitar. You gotta get a rhythm to dashing. Make sure you can hear your feet tap the ground in between dashes, because otherwise sometimes the game is just gonna think that you ain't touching the ground and it's gonna eat your SP alive. Boss room? Boss room. Ugh, come on. There we go. The scimitar is still my favorite weapon. Sucks it's not an AL. Yeah, and like, I really, you remember, I was so excited for Spear in this game. And then early game, it's absolute garbage because of how slow it is. I was really hoping AL would have a faster Spear at the beginning, but big ol' rip. I'm hoping we get more weapons down the line. Oh, it's an actual boss. Target, thank you. There we go. You gonna attack, buddy? No? You just gonna keep smacking ya? There we go. Ow, that came out fast. Ow, why did my parry cancel? I keep missing my my SSC. Oh, okay. He summoned his minions. I don't need to do this, but I'm doing it because I can, and it's dumb. You see spears in the anime. It's odd how they aren't in base AL. Yeah, and you absolutely hold one in-game if you remember the whole section in Westarth. I keep missing my muscle memory. There we go. Crap. What hit me? Oh, that explains a lot. I have paralysis. Oh, did I hit that on accident? Oops. Stop throwing out skills that aren't right. I didn't get a single parry this whole time. Did you get that skill yet? Boop. You did. Black Death. Use it. No, but for real though, like, you do see a spear in AL. It's the giant, it's the one you get from the dragon that Kirito I has the power with as lightning strikes it. Kind of blows. It's not in the actual game. Man, is this going to be one of those things? I keep having this problem where I just drop SSCs during combat, but when I'm just doing them outside, I do it fine. Okay, that one I dropped because I misinputted. That one was my fault. Okay, that one I did drop. That one I did drop. Yep, okay. That was... yeah. Oh, absolutely. Seriously, I do hope they bring back dual mode and actually balance it. Like, don't let us take our actual stats in. Just don't. None of this. None of this nonsense. No rank buffs, no attack things, just like, even it out. Everybody gets the exact same HP and damage, or not the exact same. Make it based on weapon, like balance it, maybe kind of like a fighting game. I know that's a lot to ask, but they did go out of their way to rebalance several skills in PvP. Why am I... It's PvP. Why would I forget of all things that? Anyway, perfect example. It's underneath Rapier, I think? Gone past Rapier, so it's back up. Actually, I'm probably better off. Yeah. This. 100 HP in 30 seconds. But if you look at that skill underneath the dual palette, instead, it's 20 HP in 10 seconds. So there's a lot of these that they completely rebalanced, and some that shouldn't be in dual mode at all, I'm just saying. But, so it's not like it'd be impossible. Just set HP pools in different things or something. I don't know. A Jin waistcoat. A dragon, man. Ugh. So good. Hey, got the legend potion back that I totally didn't use. Whew, okay. Can I stomach another 10 floors? Alright, who is it trying to tell me that enemy was hard? Is it Philia? No, he really wasn't Philia. I just kept misinputting like a dummy. Like an absolute doofus. Warehouse. Whew, let's dump all of this in here. I might stream something else, but I cannot tolerate any more floors tonight. I'm too tired from plane and all of that travel. Nope. 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 Big ol' nope. And, nope-a-lope. Okay, well, I think that's it for today's 1,000 Floors of Agony, because... But, I'll be back live in, like, 10 minutes or so. So, until then, stay excellent. I might have clicked that too fast. I think it would have cut. Boop.